Well, yesterday's charity stream was a really good one. Did a readathon with members of Regiment, raising money for Stack Up across all 8 raids within Destiny 2, and we absolutely demolished those raids. 8 raids in 9 hours and 5 seconds is actually pretty good if you ask me, especially whenever we were down one because nobody had the time. And I get people have their own personal things to do and stuff like that. And, we basically did a 5 stack on Root of Nightmares, which is, in a sense, fun. A little bit challenging, but fun, especially third and fourth encounters. Now, I will say, Bungie, that's how you actually play a part in saying, vets, we see you. You do something for the vets, or you get veterans organized to do something like that. Not cater to a disaster relief program. Yes, it's founded by a veteran, and yes, they are a veteran organization, but at their core, they don't have the stuff like Wounded Warrior and Stack Up do for veterans. They don't. I have looked everywhere within their site. They don't have a 24/7 program for mental health or suicide relief. They don't have a peer-to-peer support program for people trying to make sense of this notion of what's called reality, or even when we get out of the civilian world. They hire veterans to, do stuff for disaster relief, but people like myself who can't work because of how beaten up our bodies are, they don't do stuff like that. They also don't send care packages to people. They don't help people with their rehabilitation. There's a bunch of stuff that they don't do, and yet you teamed up with a disaster relief and try to play it off as a veteran organization. They're a veteran organization, at their root foundation, but in my eyes, they're more of a disaster relief organization. It's not me trying to slander Team Rubicon because they do amazing work. I've seen what they do for disaster relief. But when it comes to veteran awareness and veterans' mental being, they miss the mark. That's why I'm glad I'm a member of the VFW. I've fundraised for Wounded Warrior Battalion and the Wounded Warrior program in the past, and I have currently and constantly been for the past almost 5 years now, been raising money for Stack Up. Actual veteran organizations that care for the veterans who have resources available, who will go through and ensure that the vets are in a sane mind. And I'm going to touch on this one in a little bit because it needs to be said. And this is me calling out 3 out of the 5 areas I currently push live content to. We'll dive on that in a second. But I find it very ironic that out of one day throughout the entire year, one day, a select demographic, a very, very small demographic in comparison to all the other areas within society, kind of has been forgotten within the digital space. Yeah, you have organizations and such that are veteran focused that'll say thank you for your service and thank you, vets, for what you have done and for what you continue to do. Out of all the companies yesterday that I searched on Twitter for, there were two. And a CEO of 3 organizations and companies total out of all of them I searched for that even said thank you to their veterans. Twitter CEO Elon Musk said, and I freaking quote, and this was done on November 10th. Quote, thank you, veterans, past and present, for saving the world. Like 10 words, simple, short, and sweet. Halo, And Bungie, you guys can learn from this. Let's go here. Let me shrink this down. You want to show how to act? You want to see how to actually do a logo? Or how to actually do something worthwhile? Let me show you how to do it. Oh shit, look at that. As much crap as 343 has gotten, and yes, I know, tabs on tabs on tabs on tabs. I don't care. As much crap as 343 has gotten, that is a salute to the veterans. That is on Halo Infinite. And I will be logging on to the Master Chief Collection here in a little bit and getting this. That is how you do a salute and a thank you to the vets. Simple, clean, and effective. But yet, we go to another area where we've been calling out for years. And hats off to whoever runs their social media area. If you're a veteran, I appreciate your servitude to this nation or to whatever country you serve to. Twitch. 3 areas: Twitter, Halo, and Twitch. Twitch actually said something on Veterans Day and teamed up with Stack Up. Like, but Xbox, PlayStation, Ubisoft, Riot, Fortnite, Epic, freaking all of these other corporations and all these other organizations, you'll change your logo, you'll change your fucking brandings, color schemes, and all this other shit for Pride Month. I don't care if you're fucking part of them. You get everything for you. Meanwhile, 22 of my brothers and sisters die every fucking day. And we only get 1 day of our servitude. Memorial Days for remembrance. Armed Forces Days for those in service. I can't stress how fucking upset I am about this. Because I don't fucking get it. You don't. And you want to sit there, bitch, whine, moan, and fucking complain. Oh, it's not fair. Blah, blah, blah. But yet everybody will cater to your fucking ass. And I guarantee you, you're looking at me, oh, he's another pissed off veteran. I have a right to be pissed off about this. Year after year after year after year. Billions are made on our backs. Billions, if not trillions of dollars are made off of our backs and our sacrifices. What have you done for the nation? Bitch, whine, mope, and complain for betterment of everything. Meanwhile, veterans of your demographics actually serve and do something and put their own lives on the fucking line. And yet we get fuck all. We have to fight for our benefits. And sometimes it takes a goddamn act of Congress to even get a doctor's visit. But you'll get healthcare left and right. You'll get everything left and right. Everything. Meanwhile, myself, I'm wondering, hey, is this the day I just give up on life? No, it's not. Okay, I get to look forward to the next day. But organization after organization after company after company after fucking everything, you'll change your logo, you'll change your fucking color scheme, pander to the next group, but forget about the notion of people who will put their fucking lives on the line to ensure that you have the ability to do that. I didn't see one goddamn thing yesterday from the 99.9 upteenth time of people that even said anything about giving thanks to those who have put their lives on the line. But you'll cater to everybody else. Don't believe me? Wait until February rolls around. Don't believe me again? Wait until one of the 2 Pride months roll around. Don't believe me? Wait until another Heritage Month rolls around. And then fast forward to the next November. Hey, what about those vets? Oh, hey, fuck you. We're forgotten. And a nation that forgets its veterans is a nation that's doomed to fail. Don't believe me? Look at the other ones that have fallen in the past. Because I'm tired of us vets being ignored. Yes, you can say thank you for your service. You can do all these other discounts, everything else, blah, 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 blah. But it's a simple fact of taking 5 seconds and typing up a simple thank you, veterans, for what you have done. And sending it. Because I didn't see that from Kick. I didn't see that from Trovo. I didn't see that from D-Live. And I didn't see that from Rumble. But Twitch. One area I have had the biggest issue on and coming back to their platform after Mixer died. Took the time. And not only put out a tweet, but said, join us to support veteran mental health through the power of gaming on Veterans Day. We're matching the total donations up to $10,000 during the event, benefiting StackUp.org. Watch and support now on participants' channels and on StackUp's channel. The next tweet I see, making a difference together for veterans this Veterans Day. We're matching total donations up to $10,000 during the event, hosted by StackUp.org. Watch tomorrow from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific on participants' channel and StackUp. When you have a tweet on Veterans Day and a tweet the previous day on the Marine Corps birthday, but yet I don't see shit from Trovo. The only thing I've seen let's see, who's enjoying Modern Warfare 3 this weekend? This weekend is here, gamers. Kick. The only thing you put on, like, by then was on November 10th. I paid $2,000 for this shit, which was Grand Theft Auto. It's like a fucking meme. Grand Theft Auto 6. D-Live, you don't post too much anyways. And Rumble, I haven't seen you put anything worthwhile in God knows how long. But at the end of the day, I'm tired of veterans being fucking ignored. Because we make up a very, very important section within your demographics. And y'all fail to see this. You fail to understand it. You fail to see it, man. Because out of all the shooters and everything else, you cannot. You can't, like, for example, Tarkov, they actually use military movements. Call of Duty, they have a fucking military structure. Destiny. I'll give you a hint. Guess where the term fire team comes from? The military. Fortnite. Same fucking thing. Sea of Thieves. Ships and cannons. They have their notion from the military. Oh, that's from my chair. This thing's old as hell anyways. Out of all the shooters and all the fucking strategies and all the other games and everything else, and those who are in actual leadership positions, you really need to reevaluate yourself and understand you're forgetting one core group of your base. And that's us, the vets. Because when you forget us, we'll spread the word. We'll spread the word like fucking wildfire, but like, oh, don't support them. They don't care about the vets. Don't believe me? I'm in connection with more organizations that are with veterans and gamers than people give me credit for. I am in I am literally at a loss of words for the amount of people who have these tactical style shooting games. And these tactical style games that are like, oh, we're going to make something. It has its core military structure, but we're going to forget the vets. And I mean, Ubisoft, for fuck's sake, more than 80% of your games that I've played, all military structure and all special forces. And yet, you can't even be bothered. But I'll say those in politics who actually will take the time to push out a tweet saying thank you for what you've done and thank you for everything you have done. Whether I agree with them or not. Like, for example, Sheila Jackson Lee, I do not agree with 90% of what she's done or what she's been able to do. But that 10%, and this is the same with every single politician across the board. I have seen this time and time again through my own eyes. Their number one priority are the veterans within their community, within their districts. I've seen this time and time again. And they don't do this for a PR stunt because they understand that if you piss off your veteran base, you're going to have a hell of a time. And like I said, go back to what I said, a few minutes ago. If you're pissed off about what I said, find me anything of reverence where your group has gone overseas to safeguard the freedoms that this country has afforded you that you take for granted, to where that your organization will actually put their own lives and livelihoods on the line for the betterment of the infrastructure of the nation, and also to ensure that your rights are not infringed. Because you can't. You fucking can't. And this isn't just the notion within, America's vets. This is every country all over the world. Because the U.S. isn't the only one with veterans. Oh, shocking, right? Canada, on every November 11th, they celebrate Remembrance Day, which is also considered Armistice Day, which was the end of World War I, considered the war to end all wars. Ironically, about 30 years later, we had World War II. And yet we still have global conflicts. And speaking of the global conflicts and speaking of the politicians, I'll touch on the global conflict first. People are like, oh, free Palestine. Go back to biblical times. All I'm going to say, that's all the history that you need to know. And if you want to dispute that one, Laminin, look it up. Now, to the political side, I seen the Republican debate, the third Republican debate. I watched it for comedic entertainment, and I do not foresee those who've been in the political sphere for over, 15 years to even remotely get a shot. There's a young dude, Vivek Ramaswamy, who's hungry, who's ambitious, and honestly is like the other guy, Trump, without all the corrupt bullshit. I foresee him, catering to my generation of voters and people who understand things, because he's exactly like me. I call it as I see it. I don't take any bullshit from anybody. Simple. And with the notion on that, the only thing I'll say is very, very simple. I don't take any bullshit from anybody. Let alone some idiotic motherfucker who wants to make multiple accounts to disparage my name and harass me on my channels during a Veterans Day stream for charity. Because when I'm doing a charity stream, I am focused on the charity stream. And I seriously can't fathom why creator safety is not your utmost importance, even if you're in a beta. Even if you're in a fucking beta. Why creator safety is not of your utmost importance. Because Kick, Trovo, and Rumble, I now have an issue where I'm calling in your terms of service and your community guidelines on creator safety. Why you're allowing the same individual whom I can't ban, but I can mute permanently on Rumble, but I can ban multiple times in a row, and they can create another account and ban again and report that account and ban again and report that new account and ban again and report that new account and ban again and report that new. You see the fucking cycle this goes through? I don't understand why after the third ban from that same IP and MAC address with the report from that same channel, where that fourth one, it should flag staff and they should be in the channel and permanently IP and MAC ban that user's items, devices, what have you. So that they are forced to go to another area. And then whenever they're banned and reported, and if it's within the same area as last time, they now have the revocation of contacting the creator and saying, this is who is doing this. Whereas I have to go and send a fucking email to all three of your support sections at the same time, linking all three of you together because it's happened in the same day at roughly the same fucking time. As it is ridiculous when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 different profiles across 3 different platforms in the span of 10 hours, where I have to go and I have to take the chat event logs off of Mix It Up and put them in an email, where I have to take the actual chat logs from Kick from all of those users and put them in a running document that you guys still have, mind you. And I have to take and screenshot the messages, and thank God I have actual chat, by the way. Where I have to screenshot and send it and show I'm not making this shit up. And I get an email from Kick saying there is no way we can prevent users from creating accounts. So what I'm raising a question is, you care more about signing other creators than actually your fucking creator's safety and mental well-being more than anything else. You care about making money instead of finishing your fucking platform, releasing your API, and ensuring that people are safe. Because where'd it go? Hold on. Obviously, no porno. No hate speech. Holy shit, look at that. I'm actually still being harassed on hate speech. Attempts or threats to physically harm or kill others. I have been told by this individual he was going to swap my address and he was going to kill me. Multiple times, mind you. No false sensationalism allowed at Kick. You value diversity. All right. No doxing. Holy shit, I've had accounts with my address put in there. And he's put my own fucking address in my chat. And others chats too. He's also threatened my kids. So I raise a question. Do you fucking care about your creators on your fucking platform? Or do you care only about making money? Because if you care only about making money and not this, which is a governing document on your platform, we have an issue. A major issue. But you don't sit there and actually do the due diligence and safeguard your creators. Let alone those are within a specific demographic known as veterans. But you'll safeguard those who are your signed people, right? You'll instantly permaban somebody who'll go and harass Aiden Ross, right? Or Nick Merckx, or anybody who signed to a multi-million-dollar contract, right? You'll intervene if you want to drop 100 to 500 subs to somebody, right? Who you view is of your liking. And don't think I haven't been paying attention, because I have. It seems to me that you have favoritism on your site as well, Kick and Trovo. Don't think you're out of the running as well, because you continue to change the fucking metrics for your 500 program every goddamn time I'm close. So I'm basically at the point where I'm like, fuck it, I'm just streaming to it. Because I am tired of getting shafted by your own platform and by you changing the fucking metrics. I have hit the 500 requirement, not once but twice. But have I hit the Trovo points? Fuck no, because I am not about to do a pay to win metric. Not about to happen. Because if you want people who are genuine in their content, you would go based on their analytics alone. True analytics, not view botting, not using a fucking embed, which I don't do either, but they're true analytics. And somebody who actually produces real, valuable live streaming content. And I'd like to argue I do that. But yet I get shafted almost at every turn. Oh, you need to produce content on others, draw over to Trovo. You know how many times I've done that? People like, what the fuck is a Trovo? Because you don't do any advertisements. I will log on to YouTube, and guess what? 4 out of the 5 channels that I'll go to, I will see a Kick ad. Ironically, they're in beta and way ahead of the curve on you. But Kick, don't think you're out of the running either. Because I have an issue whenever you don't allow view botting, but you have people within your creator incentive program that are view botting. And you know it. And you still ain't done shit about it. Adding. Here's the said the following. Back in July. Excuse me. July 21st, 2023. Quote. The greatest days of live streaming are still to come. The greatest live content is still to be produced. The greatest streamers are still yet to do their first stream. We've got incredible plans, and Kick looks forward to leading the way into the next era of streaming. Go down. Somebody said signing XQC for 100 mil was a huge mistake. He streams more on Twitch than he does on Kick. If I was you, I'd try to find a loophole in the contract to avoid it ASAP. Also start signing smaller / mid-sized streamers. Better sign 100 streamers for 1 mil each than for one for $100 million. His exact response. X is a true flagship in the streaming industry. I can't understand half the shit he says. And he speaks English. Okay? There's definitely 100 times million deals up for grabs. 100 $1 million deals up for grabs. Ironic you mentioned this, and this was back in July. There's even $100,000 deals up for grabs, alongside a creator incentive program made to ensure anyone can be paid a fair price for quality streams. Give us time. That was back in July, Eddie. It's November now. You have people who produce better streams and better quality, mind you, than those in your creator incentive program and those who are your big cha-ching motherfuckers who you've signed. If you don't believe me, stop going to those who are on your featured list and actually put your views from lowest to high. Find a category. Destiny, Diablo, fucking Satisfactory, and Halo. And hell, even Call of Duty. We'll put 5 out there, right? We'll put 5 out there. Go low to high and look at the quality difference. You will be shocked to find how much better some of their quality is versus the others. Oh, and by the way, I didn't spend $20,000 on my setup. I didn't break the fucking bank. I spent what I felt was enough for me to be able to produce the best quality stuff that I can do. Simple. But yet you still only go to those who are on your featured list and you don't fucking care about the rest of your platform. And it shows, especially when it comes to creator safety. You can't say I'm wrong on that one. I've lost count how many times I've banned the same motherfucker on multiple accounts. I have. I've lost track. Probably like over 100 already. Since I created my account. And yet, Sportskeeda they published and modified it, basically updated it on July 26th, 5 days after the tweet. Headline, after a $100 million XQC contract, Kick set to offer smaller streamers contracts worth $200 million soon. Well, it's coming upon, a couple months. That's soon, right? Said that contracts worth $200 million are up for grabs after controversial content creator insinuated that stake-owned platform has used up its budget. My argument is, you have. Simple and straightforward, and yet it's why you're not able to take that gambling provision out of the contracts, because that's pulling money right back into Kick's pockets. If it wasn't, you would get rid of it. Because everybody has 100% said the same shit. Now, Rumble, I'm still baffled by this one. Why is there still no alert bot? I'm tired of not getting notified when I have a follower while I am live. Because it's getting to the point where I can't put my confidence in you guys to be viable. I mean, yeah, you have a couple things that set you apart from everybody else. But whenever it comes to actual live content creation, yeah, you got your beta stuff in the works, but you never mentioned anything about an alert bot. You need an alert bot for your live creators. It's simple. Without it, you can't. And I just like I don't get people, man. Like when and this is more on creator versus the government. When somebody like Mr. Beast does something really well, like builds 100 wells in Africa, and the African government says, "Oh, you're undermining." It's like, no, he just called out how inept your government is because you've had the ability, the funds, and the resources, and the know-how to do this, but you didn't do it. And yet, he's the one who went to your country to show how fucking inept you are and built 100 wells for people who didn't have clean water. His own money. He built those wells with. Did he do it for views? I don't know. Probably did. Probably didn't. Just like he gave X amount of people the ability to see sight, and that surgery is expensive. Where he took his own money, his own man crew, his own manpower to Africa, got the permits, got everything, and built those 100 wells for people to be able to have clean and efficient drinking water. Now I'm gonna fucking say within 2 years, the government's gonna come and seize that over in Africa. Why? Because they're fucking greedy and blood hungry. They are. Simple. Don't believe me? Watch the movie Blood Diamond. Based on true stories, mind you. You want to know? You want to know where your carrots and diamond fucking earrings come from? Watch it. You'll be fucking appalled. But I find it funny how somebody does something in another country, and that country's government's like, you're undermining our ability to do this. No, I just showed how inept you are. Bungee, 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 bungee. You have lost it, within your this week in Destiny. You've lost more than just the trust of the community. You've lost the confidence of the community for your game after the amount of layoffs that you decided to do, especially a couple of the composers. And you're going to give us a 7-month season. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait 4 weeks to touch the new season. Do all the stories up until then. Ask those, hey, who needs help with this? Wait for the dungeon to come out. Do a day 1 dungeon. Go through and do all this shit again. Wait another 4 weeks. Come back to it. Do all the story up to it. Wait another 4 weeks. Do all the story up to it. Wait another 4 weeks. Do all the story up to it. Until I'm done with it. Because this is about to be... Ugh. I don't think this season's going to deliver. I don't think it's going to impress. I think it's going to be too drawn out. I think it's going to be a par because you're asking for people to basically play a 7-month season because you laid off people who had the know-how to fix the bugs to ensure your stuff's running smooth. And also more or less bring out quality content. Because I think the final shape ain't gonna be good. It ain't gonna be good. I'm still gonna get it. I'm still gonna play it. And if I'm disappointed, I'm asking for a refund. But if I find like if I say it was okay at best, then that's fine. But I'm like, if it was bleh, I'm asking for a fucking refund. That's why I hadn't purchased Call of Duty. A $70 game I don't want to be disappointed with. And I don't want somebody to spend $70 for me to play it. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna complain if somebody gets me the game, but I don't want them to waste their money if I'm disappointed because there's only two things that have my attention. One, the campaign. I've always played the campaign. I've always played every Call of Duty campaign. And two, believe it or not, for the first time ever, zombies on a war zone map. That actually has my attention because I'm not confined to one area. I can move around freely, grab vehicles, run the bastards over, extract when I need it, stuff like that. Come right back in, do it again. Like, it's in a different setting than what everybody else is used to. Now, one final thing, and this is my challenge to my community. I have an incentive on StackUp for $1,000 where if that's raised, I will delete my Titan on Destiny 2. I will also say $1,000 raised, my Titan on Destiny 2 is deleted. $1,500, my Warlock on Destiny 2 is deleted. And $2,500, my Hunter on Destiny 2 is deleted. If we hit that $2,500 mark, I will not only delete my Hunter, I will delete everything I have in my vault. All exotics, all rares, all legends, all sparrows, all shits, all ghosts, everything. Why? Because why not? That's my challenge. And then obviously I have a $5,000 challenge, which is I reset my Tarkov account and I delete everything out of my stash, money included. And I start at 0. And I'll even out the ante on that. I will play Tarkov until I hit Kappa. That's my challenges to you, the community. So from now until the end of next year, that's my goal. Do I think I'm gonna do it? Nope. Just me kind of feeling the fire. But again, going back to the first topic, I am tired of vets being ignored. I'm tired of us being forgotten. People can say all day long, oh, you're not forgotten, you're not forgotten, you're not forgotten. Really? You seem to be the only one, you seem to be the only one who cares. Whereas, Everybody else within, the gaming and streaming area and all the other stuff, the companies and organizations and games that we play and love don't seem to care to take 5 seconds or send an email to their PR, the people within the PR to say, hey, send a quick tweet on Veterans Day. Or you can do something like this. Proceeds will go to benefit this organization. But instead, anytime that I see, Veterans Day sale for any company, I don't go out and I don't buy it. I'd rather pay full price and then profit off of it. And yes, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but unless that area on the profits goes to an organization, you're not making money off of my fellow men and women and service members' sacrifices. I am done and fed up with this shit. As literally, when it comes down to it, when all is said and done, you do know what happens whenever it gets too severe, right? It's more than more than likely it does, something on the lines where it's something that some aren't accustomed to, because when you think of the term veteran, you think of somebody who will be able to put on their you know put on their uniform and stuff and everything else like that. But when you forget us and you allow certain things to happen, especially those in the creation world, paints a picture, doesn't it? Because what if you forget us? We just become an afterthought. And I'll be goddamned if I let that fucking happen. That's why I speak so vehemently about it. That's why I had so much rage at the beginning of it, because I am seriously tired of all these corporations and all these organizations not taking the simple fucking time of the day. 3 words. Thank you, veterans. On November 11th. Because it had not been for the men and women who went before me, who served, who kept, who did their due diligence and everything else, who knows what the fucking world would have been. Who knows how that would have turned out. I tell you, we would not have as many freedoms as we do now. I guarantee you that. We would not be able to have the ability to say anything we want towards our government. We would not have the ability to say anything we want towards people online. Be able to hide behind a keyboard and not have governmental interference show up at your house, kick your door down, and just basically confiscate everything you own. We'd be living in that type of era. And I'm damn glad that men and women who served before me ensured that none of that happens. If you want to catch me live at any time throughout the week, information is down in the description. Till then, I'll see you live. I'll see you live in Twitch, Trovo, D Live, Kick, and Rumble. But my message to the other organizations that say you care, show me that you do. Because until then, I don't buy it and I don't believe you. Because when you forget us, you're not doing yourself any favors. When you forget a single demographic, especially as people as vital as your veterans, who will literally put their own brands on the line to stand next to somebody to basically protect their own individual freedoms, who will put their lives on the line, even though we've been out, to protect somebody, a complete stranger. All right? You guys need to do better. And you guys need to stop forgetting us. Because at the end of the day, we may be one of these smaller demographics, but our voices are louder than anybody else's. I'll see y'all next time. And don't forget, Tuesday through Saturday, I am live. Till then, peace.